Hello children and welcome to English Grammar, Chapter 3, Countable and Uncountable Nouns. In this session, we will be doing this chapter and I will be completing this chapter. It's a very small chapter. Nouns, as you all know, it's also known as naming words. Now based on their number means singular and plural, we can divide nouns into two categories, that is countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Now countable, as the word suggests, you can count. Okay, so the things which you can count, they come under the category of countable nouns. For example, boys. Okay, if I say in my class there are 50 boys, so that means you can count, that's why you have written 50, that number. So whatever you can count, that falls under countable. And the things you cannot count falls under the category of uncountable. For example, sugar. Have you ever heard saying someone that put 2 sugars in my tea? No. You will say put 2 cubes. So uncountable noun, the example is sugar. Now let's learn countable and uncountable in detail. So nouns are classified into two categories, that is countable and uncountable noun. Countable nouns. Nouns that have plurals, as I have told before also, plurals are called countable nouns. Here you can see some example. Apple is not countable. Yes, it is countable because you can write apples. Carrot, carrots. Penguin, penguin. So these are all countable. In short, the words which has got plural, they all fall under the category of countable nouns. There are some more examples: girl, girls, table, tables. Now countable nouns in detail. A singular countable noun always requires an article. I saw an elephant. Okay, here which article we are using? An. On the roads today. The chair is broken. So that means always with a singular countable noun you will be adding an article. Singular countable noun takes a singular verb. Okay, whatever subject it is, it should agree with the verb. Plural countable nouns take plural verb. For example, the pen is in my bag. The pens are in my bag. So according to the subject, the verb should be changed. We use words like a few, a lot of, many, one, two, etc. with countable nouns. For example, I have a few bangles. Uncountable nouns. An uncountable noun has no plural. Okay, it has got no plural. We cannot use number words like 1, 2, 3, many, etc. with uncountable nouns. For example, tea, oil, water, air, wheat, etc. all are uncountable nouns. Okay, so that means what? You cannot use any number. For example, I cannot say give me 1 sugar, 2 sugar. If I have to say 2 cubes of sugar. Uncountable nouns are material nouns like wood, silk, cloth, etc. These could also be abstract nouns. What is the meaning of abstract? Which you cannot touch, you can only feel it. Which suggests an idea or express a quality. Some examples are knowledge, fear, anger, beauty, love, kindness. So these are all abstract words which you cannot touch, you can only feel it. Uncountable nouns always take a singular verb. Very important thing. The money is on your table. So while conversing with your friends also, always remember that when you are having uncountable nouns, you will be taking singular verb. The weather is perfect. We never say the weathers is perfect or are perfect. It is the weather is perfect. We cannot use the indefinite article with uncountable nouns. What are indefinite? You know, articles are divided into two, definite and indefinite. Definite article means the specific one, and indefinite is a or and it is used, a is used with consonant sound and an is used with vowel sound. I will be explaining in detail in the next chapter the articles. The definite article may be used. We also use expressions like some, a little, must, etc. The juice in the fridge is fresh. Have you ever heard someone saying, a juice in the fridge? No, that is wrong. We need to buy furniture for the office. We never say that we need to buy a furniture. That is wrong way of saying. I would like to have a little rice, please. Have you ever told your mother, I would like to have a rice? Again, that's wrong way of using it. We need some glass for the window panes. We need a glass. Again, that is a wrong expression. How did you hurt yourself? Is there much pain? We never say, is there a pain? Any is used with uncountable nouns. Okay, any is used with uncountable nouns to say that there is none. Any is equal to none. Any is also used to ask questions. The rivers are dry. There isn't any water. Now here you have a table with you. Categories of uncountable nouns. The same table you will find it in the textbook. I will be sending the PDF of this page so you can refer it in detail. So here they have given the solids like bread, butter, these are all uncountable nouns. Then you have liquids, water, tea. So go through that page and you will be able to identify some more uncountable nouns. Now you have exercise 1. Filling the blanks with appropriate words from the box to complete the following sentences. Already the help box is provided, so you just have to pick the correct one. Then underline the nouns. Okay, now one more thing is there that you need to underline the nouns and say whether they are countable or uncountable. So in this question you have got two questions. First one is you have to pick the correct answer from the help box, and the second one is underline the noun and you have to write whether it is countable or uncountable one. So let's do it. We need a lot of chairs for the auditorium. Now the nouns are chairs and auditorium and both are countable. You can underline it. Can we get some more fruit? I don't think this is enough. Now the noun is fruit and it is countable. There was a storm last night and the nouns are storm and night and both are countable. There is always much traffic on in big cities. Traffic and cities are noun, underline it, and traffic is uncountable, cities countable. Did you hear the thunder? The will be used here and thunder is the noun which is uncountable. There wasn't any lightning, though was there. Now the word is lightning and it is uncountable. There was much happiness when the dates for the holidays were announced. And the nouns are happiness, dates and holidays. Happiness, it's an abstract word, so it is uncountable. Dates and holidays, countable. You cannot give any advice to children nowadays. Is it true, children? No. I know you all are good children and definitely you are open for advices. And I hope you hear all the advices and suggestions given by your parents, right? Okay. So here the nouns are advise and children. Children, you know, it's a plural of child. So this is countable. Advise is an abstract word. It is uncountable. Did you get any new assignments? Assignments noun and it is uncountable. We need to fill some petrol in the car. So it is uncountable. A lot of pollution is caused by vehicles using fossil fuels. Now here we have pollution and fuels and vehicles as noun. Pollution is uncountable, vehicles and fuels is countable. I have planted a new lawn. Underline lawn. Please don't walk on the grass. So I don't have much vocabulary. So a little and much is the answer, and the nouns are French and vocabulary, and they are uncountable. Now you have exercise 2. Use appropriate expressions with the following uncountable nouns to indicate number. Use countable nouns. Now as I said, I just gave you the example, no, I cannot say 1 sugar, 2 sugar. I have to use a cube of sugar. The same way there are some list of words with which we have to use some of the expressions to make it countable. First one is rain. We say showers of rain. Cement, sacks of cement. Sack matlab bori. Sunshine, rays of sunshine. Smoke, plumes of smoke. Paper, reams of paper. So by adding these words, we are making actually uncountable words to countable. Laughter, gales of laughter. Milk, cartons of milk. Cloth, meters of cloth. Wood, planks of wood. Dust, layers of dust. Wool, balls of wool. So these are all uncountable nouns. Which are uncountable nouns? Laughter, milk, cloth, wood. These are all uncountable nouns. But when we use these expressions, we made it countable. Some nouns can be used as both countable as well as uncountable. For example, she is tired and needs her sleep. Okay, she is tired and needs her sleep. Now, in this case, sleep is uncountable. You know, sleep is uncountable. But see in this sentence now. I had a great sleep last night. Now, just because we are using this article A, we are making this sleep as countable. So it depends the formation of sentence. What kind of paper should we use for the invitation cards? Now paper, you know, it is actually uncountable. But when I use, I have 5 papers to study this year. Now here the papers means the part of a course or a part of your study material. So in this case, this will become countable. So there are some nouns, there are some exceptional cases in grammar, as I have told you before also, that nothing is 100% ki aisa hi hoga. So there are some words in which we can put it in both countable as well as in the category of uncountable. Now let's do the last exercise. In the following sentences, state whether the italicized nouns, what are italicized means jo slanted ho slightly, are countable or uncountable. Yes, we need someone with at least 10 years of experience. Now here italicized word is experience, so this is uncountable. Now what is counting here? Years, not experience. Okay, we are talking the so many years of experience, so it is not directly related to it, so we put it under the category of uncountable. I must have reminded you 100 times. Now see here, times के आगे क्या है? 100 है, तो it's very clear that we are talking about the number countable. They had several opportunities. It's very clearly witnessed that, as you can see, it is already written in plural form, so we put under the category of countable. Thank you, you have been a real help. Now help is actually uncountable, but since we have this article a, we will put it under the category of countable nouns. Education is the best thing that parents can give to children. So true it is. So here the italicized word is education and it is uncountable. We have received so much mail in our support. Now children, much and many. Much is mostly used with uncountable number and many with countable. So as you can see, male actually we can put it in the category of countable, but because of this much, we will write here uncountable. So in this exercise, basically you have to see that how the sentence has been formed. Don't just see the italicized word. You have to go through the whole sentence and see that whether any article is used or whether much or many is used, and then you identify it as countable or uncountable. Did you hear a noise? Noise is uncountable, but because of this article, the formation of this sentence makes it countable. After several rounds of conversation, we reached an agreement. Now because of this expression rounds of conversation, we put this actual word conversation under the category of. Homework for today's session is to write exercise 1, 2 and 3 in notebook. Thank you and may God bless.